that's so important?
Well, because it's one of the only things we can actually control. I mean, think about it. Your wake-up time is usually determined by work, kids, something else, but we can all control what time we go to bed within limits.
So show everybody what they should be doing.
Okay, so we know that the average sleep cycles combined equal about 7.5 hours of sleep. So if you have a socially determined wake-up time, let's say you wake up at 6 a.m., I want you to count back 7.5 hours and set your alarm clock for that time at night. Okay? So we're not using the alarm clock to wake up. We're using the alarm clock to tell us when to go into the bedroom and get ready to turn out the light. So in that instance, it would be 10:30.
10:30. So be clear about this. The alarm clock is set now at 10:30 at night, so you can wake up by 6 in the morning. And how do you know actually that's the right amount of time for you to sleep?
So if you start waking up about 5 or 10 minutes before 6, you found your ideal sleep need. If it takes you a while to do that, more than a week, then maybe you need to scoot that bedtime a little bit further back to maybe 10 o'clock.
All right. Next simple calculation is to help you figure out your sleep efficiency. Why is this calculation so important?
Sleep efficiency is very interesting because it's one of the few measures of sleep quality that we have that are out there. It's a measure that's been used in sleep science for years, but it's important for everybody out here to understand it. How many people out there have had 8 hours of sleep and then all of a sudden wake up and say, I still feel tired, it's not working for me, what could have happened?
Put your hands up if you feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
Right, exactly.
If one person is not answering, he's asleep.
Right, exactly. He's out cold in the back. So here's what we know is if we take a very simple calculation, okay, which is the total sleep time that you have divided by your time in bed, this will give you a number or a ratio. We want that number to be greater than 85%. So in our previous example, we wanted people to have 7.5 hours of sleep. So let's say you got in bed for 7.5 hours. It took you 15, 20 minutes to fall asleep. Maybe you woke up once to go to the bathroom. It took about 5 minutes. We subtract that out. So what do we have? We have basically 7 hours divided by that 8 hours, which equals 88%, and there you have it.
More than 85%.
More than the 85%.
So what happens if it's not perfect for you? What if you're having to take more than 15, 20 minutes to fall asleep?
If you're having to take longer than 15 or 20 minutes to fall asleep, there are a couple things you should do. Number one, if it takes longer than that to fall asleep, it's probably a good idea to get up and get out of bed because all you're doing is getting frustrated. You're staring at the ceiling, you're counting sheep, you're saying this really stinks, right? Or the other thing that you can do is make sure that you go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time every single night, including the weekends. Why? Because that consistency helps our internal biological clock, and that's good for sleep.
Excellent advice. Right? To find out your perfect bedtime and sleep efficiency, go to DrOz.com. We'll be right back.